Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new series. This is going to be an intermediate series. Welcome to Ghostmaster. Ghostmaster is one of my favorite games of all time. I have loved it since I was a little kid. Many of you probably have never heard of this game. It's a very niche, no, I don't know how do you explain it. It has a very small following. But essentially, it's like The Sims, but you're ghosts and you solve puzzles and you haunt people. I thought it would be cool for an intermediate series. Before we start, I would just like to explain that if you are interested in this game, when you buy it, it's like $5 on Steam. It will look a little different. You will not have this that says complete edition, and that's because we are using a mod. This mod is very cool because there is a group of very dedicated people who are basically digging through the files and recovering all the unused ghosts, unused levels, unused everything. Because this game was unfinished. And yeah, there's a group of people who are trying to finish it, and that is what this complete edition mod means. So let's go right into it. We're going to create a new game. You could see there's a jack-o'-lantern, and you could kind of see how old this game is, but don't worry. They have updated a lot of the graphics, but obviously they can't really update a cinematic. So very old. See, there's people sitting around a table playing a board game. The guy with the white hair looks very bored. Oh, for early 2000s, it's not so bad. Okay. Okay, so Jesus, that's very loud. So what we need to do is basically on this, I guess it's kind of like a Ouija board or some sort of board game. We have to enter our name. So let's punch in my name. My name is Joe. Let's hit OK. And let's start this up and see how this continues. You can see there's some sort of spiritual event happening. Okay, they're trying to escape the house, and there's something on the ceiling. Oh, it's ripping apart the phone, and now it's eating the phone. So this is one of the main ghosts of the game. It's supposed to be kind of like a monkey, I guess. He possessed the TV, and yeah, now everybody is running away. Okay, here's another room of the building. And inside, who's here? Oh, a portal opened up, and there seems to be some sort of mad scientist ghost. He's going to try and fight it with an axe. I don't think that's going to work very well, but, we'll see. He's ripping himself in half. Now they're running. Okay, another room. Oh, there's a spider in the sink. Oh, and now there's a spider on her shoulder, and it is raining spiders from the ceiling. Oh, a giant spider ghost. That would be the one I wouldn't like in real life. That would scare the shit out of me. Okay, this seems to be some sort of mental patient ghost from like an asylum. You see he's hitting a vending machine. This one's eating. He has his lunchbox. And he killed the spider. And this is another main ghost. That is Boo, if I remember correctly. Ghosts say Boo, no? So they named him Boo. So. Okay, so right here, this is the first act of this game. Every ghost in the middle here, it went away. I'm sorry. But all those squares that had ghosts on them basically show all the ghosts that we have. For this first episode, what I would like to do is go into this. Before we play the first level, I want to go into this room here. It is called the Ghoul Room. This is a very important room of Ghostmaster because essentially it holds all of the ghosts that you have unlocked. This is where you could level up your ghosts. This is where you could train them. Well, sort of train them. You could basically purchase new powers and spells for them to use. I'll let this play. Okay. Oh, this one. This is bottom right. I'm sorry. Okay, so show you the ghosts we have unlocked. So we have the spider ghost, which you saw in the little movie we just watched. We have a little dog ghost, which is actually one of the ones that the team recently added. It's a new ghost, which is crazy because this game is like over 20 years old now, I think. Outside, we have another new ghost that the team added. And we have a motorcycle ghost. This is one of my favorites. This is another one that the team added. It could go down here. This is the ghost you saw who was ripping his head in half. A baseball ghost, which, again, is a interesting character. This is one that the team also added. Here you have Boo, who we saw in the trailer as well, or in the movie, excuse me. On the table you have the monkey ghost you saw in the trailer, and you can see that he is on top of a like a pinball machine or some sort of game. Here, this one was not in the trailer, but this is actually one of the originals. This is World Weird. This ghost is very cool. I'm not going to explain how this all works yet. We'll do it as we go, but this ghost is very cool. Here we have one that the team added again, Soul Screech, very cool ghost. Here we have the mental patient or mental asylum ghost that you saw in the trailer. In the movie. Jesus, I always screw that up. In the trailer, movie, in the movie, you could see that this was one of the ghosts from the movie. And this is a very cool one that the team added. And by the way, all these, when I say that the team added them, all of the ghosts that the team added were supposed to be in the original game, but they were cut. So the team is adding all of these cool ghosts back, which I love. In the basement, we have a camp counselor ghost who was recently added by the team. We have a pirate ghost who was recently added by the team, an earth elemental who is from the original base game, and a wind spirit who is from the original base game. So, that being said, let's leave the ghoul room and enter our first level. It is very simple. It's a very simple first level, but it's a cool one. It's a good introduction. So I will let the audio play. Okay, so essentially, we're at a sorority house for this first mission. For those that do not know, a sorority house is a house in which usually college girls stay in when they go away to school in the United States, and they form like this sort of club. I think it's very strange, but it's very common. So you could see here, we could choose our different kinds of ghosts. We have gremlins, we have hordes, we have wisps. They have like classes, and then they have specific types within each class. So we're going to just hit recommend, which is going to give me a team of ghosts that the game recommends. And now I will kind of explain how this works. So this is basically saying scare away all the girls. The mission for this first level is simply scare everybody away. So we have this house here, and you can see there's some girls in the house. Don't get too excited, guys. Sorry. So we're in this house. And yeah, basically, we could basically summon these ghosts. But now, how it works is very interesting. I want to take some time to explain this. So for example, each ghost could only be bound to different things. Bound means like kind of summoned, spawned. You'll see what I mean. So for example, here we have Cogjammer. If you look here, it says fetter. His fetter is electrical. That means that he could only be bound or spawned on an electrical object, like a TV, like a radio, right? So for example, if I tried to just spawn him in the house, it wouldn't work. I have to bind him to a TV, something electrical. And most of his powers are all electricity based. For example, this spider could only go inside. This ghost could only go inside. So I could put the spider anywhere in the house. So I could bind them here to this room. I could bind them here to this room. It doesn't matter. And then this is a very fancy word, bench. This basically just means to like despawn or get rid of or to call forth your ghosts. But yeah, this game has some fancy ghost words, so I thought that was cool too. So let's bench our spider ghost. You could see this ghost here, Shivers, can only go on emotional things. So that could include something like certain beds, like this one, carpets that are heart-shaped. It could go on rugs. For example, it could spawn right on that heart. It could spawn on this rug over here. Upstairs, there's some beds I believe it could be bound to. Maybe not in this level, but normally beds they consider emotional, but for some reason not in this level. There's not that many places I could put Shivers, actually. We have Boo, who could go anywhere in the house. And by the way, the people, or the mortals, cannot see our ghost. So this ghost could go anywhere inside, very similarly to Clatterclaws, the spider ghost. So, another thing you may notice, and then I swear we will get started, I just think it's very important, is there is a ghost in the house. Every level in Ghostmaster has other ghosts that you have to set free to unlock them. They're called restless spirits, but essentially they're ghosts that have their own mini puzzle. Some of them are quite difficult, but this one is very easy. So I'm going to click her, and I will let her speak. Okay, so essentially, she is stuck in the vacuum. She was doing something and she got stuck in the vacuum. So we need to get her out of this vacuum. It's very easy. We will get to her later. So for now, let's start scaring some people. So we will bind Boo inside, and we are going to use his power called kinesis, which basically will move every object in the room. You'll notice that these bars just appeared on these girls, these red circles or red rings, and now they're scared. Essentially here you could see that first bar that with the T, that means terror. The more you scare them, the more that red line will go up. And once that passes the white, they will get scared and leave the house. The M is for mania or madness. It's actually madness, excuse me. And essentially what that does is if that goes all the way up, they go crazy. And B is for belief, how much they believe in ghosts. So let's continue to scare these people. We'll use hide and seek, which will basically have Boo chase Natalie Kahn right here. And we're also going to summon Clatterclaws. And we will use this ability called Creepers, which will spawn vines all around the room, these plants, and it scares the hell out of them. A cool thing I would like to point out that you could do is you could actually, even though the restless spirits or the ghosts that you have not unlocked are trapped, you can use their powers. So I'm going to use Thunderclap. She's a weather ghost. So she essentially she can control the weather, so she has a lot of weather-based abilities. So for example, Thunderclap creates thunder, and that scares them. But anyway, let's continue. Let's use our electric ghost, and we're gonna bind the electric ghost Cogjammer to the radio here, and we're going to use an ability called Wild and Crazy. This is very cool, and this is how we're basically going to free Weather Witch, the ghost here. What this does is it makes all electronic devices in the room basically go crazy and they malfunction and they stop working. So watch what happens. You can see everything is going crazy and the vacuum broke, and now she is out of the vacuum. And there you go. Just like that, we have unlocked a new ghost. This is a new ghost for us, and this ghost can only go through thoroughfare, which is basically a weird way to say like hallways. It's not really a common word. So this ghost could go in hallways. Thoroughfare, yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. That's not a super common word. So yeah, you could do a lot of cool stuff with it. Thunderclap again. Now we could also bind Shivers, and he has a telekinetic storm, which, yeah, you can see that did a lot of scaring. A bunch of people are now afraid and they're running away. It's a super crazy kinetic storm, and all the objects in the room swing around. By the way, this X here means that they are scared and are running away and fleeing the house. So who's left? We have Dorothy in the basement. Oh, with Blair. They're both in a great spot for me. They're done. Let's attack. And there you go. Okay, we could swarm strike her. And that will get her. That will send spiders to chase her. And now for Blair. And I think, is Dorothy done? No, Dorothy is not done. Let's put Weather Witch outside. And we could Thunderclap in 3, 2. And that's it. Dorothy is done. And just like that, the first mission is done. Almost. Oh, she doesn't have the X? How? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So yes, she will run. And yeah, once she leaves, the level will end. And just like that, we completed our first level of Ghostmaster. I just want to explain some things about this. Here you could see there are these pumpkins. Basically, you get a better score the faster you complete the level. Obviously, we went very slow. I'm kind of sweaty with this game, or kind of... I try very hard on my main account, and I have these actually on every level except for one. I'm missing one level that's very difficult to be very fast on. But anyway, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.